Hello everybody and welcome to Mimio Connect Ask a Master video where we discuss all things Mimio. My name is Paul and today's question comes to us from C. Tetkowski, who asks, how can I import primary sources such as video clips into my Mimio lessons? And what a terrific question we have here today, because as a social studies teacher myself, I often import video clips into my MimioStudio Notebook lessons to make them more engaging and more interactive for my students. So this short video is going to demonstrate how easy it is to import video right into your MimioStudio Notebook lessons. The first thing that we're going to want to do if we want to import a video into our lesson is to simply find that video and make sure that there are no copyright issues associated with it. Typically when we're talking about something like a primary source, those videos or those news clips have become public domain, but we always want to check, we always want to make sure we don't want to violate any type of copyright laws. Once we find our video, then what we're going to want to do is save it somewhere on our computer. In order to import a video or any multimedia file for that matter into our MimioStudio Notebook, we must first save it somewhere on our computer. I always save them to my desktop just to make it easy, but I know many people who might save them to their My Documents or even create their own special folder. Once the video is then downloaded and saved onto your computer, now we actually have three very easy ways that we can import it into MimioStudio Notebook. We can go to the Insert button right here in our notebook and then to File, or we can go to the Insert File button on our MimioStudio toolbar. Both of those options will present you with an open menu that you'll be able to browse your entire computer for and find that video file that you'd like to import. You can then simply click on that file, click Open, and MimioStudio software will do the rest. It'll import the video right into your notebook for you. A third option is a lot of fun as well. If you have the video saved somewhere, let's say like your desktop, you can simply drag and drop it directly from your computer into your MimioStudio Notebook page. And once again, MimioStudio will do the rest by importing the video for you. So let me go ahead and share with you an example of a lesson that I've put together using video. Recently, I put together a lesson based on the presidency of John F. Kennedy. And of course, John F. Kennedy being a more recent president, there are lots of film clips available for him, which are in fact public domain. By the way, in order to put this lesson together, I used our U.S. President's Gallery Pack that's available on MimioConnect.com. It is a truly phenomenal resource for anybody who is teaching about the 44 men who have in fact been president. So I would encourage you to download it, check it out. It is chock full of images and lessons and activities and a variety of goodies. Anybody who's teaching or anybody who loves social studies will love the President's Pack. So I just wanted to put a shameless plug in there for the President's Pack because that's where most of my Kennedy lesson came from. Now, in this particular lesson, what my students are doing is they're actually going to watch a short video clip from the 1960 presidential debate. It's one of the most famous presidential debates of all time because it was the first presidential debate that was televised. And the Nixon-Kennedy election in 1960 was an extremely close event. It was an extremely close election. A lot of people give President Kennedy the edge in this debate and actually say that perhaps that's one of the reasons why he was able to defeat Nixon in 1960. So what my students are going to do is they're going to watch this video clip. They're going to think about what each candidate is saying, how they appear on the television screen, and then they're going to make a judgment. You can see I'm using a Mimio vote lesson here where my students now have Mimio vote in their hands and they're able to decide whether, having watched this debate, they would have voted for Nixon or whether they would have voted for Kennedy. So we have some high-level thinking going on along with our primary source and along with our video. So in other words, I'd play my video and I could even use my zoom tool here to zoom in on that video so my students could see it. Now they're watching, they're making that assessment, and then of course after the video was over, I'd be able to go ahead and stop it and have my students make their vote, and we could discuss the results down here. Now, that's how we might use video in the classroom, but let's go ahead and talk about how I got that video embedded or imported right into my MimioStudio Notebook. So the first thing I'm going to do, just to prove it to you, is I'm going to take that video that I already have, and I'm going to delete it, right? There it goes. Next, I'm going to use one of those three ways that we talked about in order to import the video. Remember, I can go to Insert and then File, and then I'm simply going to browse my computer in the Open menu for that particular video. And there you see the video file, 1960 Kennedy-Nixon. I select it and click Open, and now watch the magic happen. All of a sudden, right here inside of my MimioStudio Notebook, my software has taken care of everything that needed to happen. And now my video is available. It'll act like any other object. I can resize it. I can move it around on the screen. I can annotate it. I can do whatever I want with it. So it's that easy to place video into your notebook. And from a social studies point of view, for primary sources, especially more modern history, it is truly a dream. So thank you so much for watching our Ask a Master video today. If you have an Ask a Master question, we would love to answer it. Just visit MimioConnect.com, Ask a Master, and let us know how we can help you. And remember, make sure you get interactive with us. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and most of all, visit us right here on YouTube and MimioConnect.com. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.